By Birdie. Our friends at the fire department always want me to remind you for any production where you're at school to look around, make sure you know where the fire exits are, and remember that if there were to be any need to evacuate, there would either be the fire bell, which I know you would all recognize, or there would be an announcement from the stage. I want to give particular thanks before we begin this evening's production to the parents and students who worked particularly hard, not only during the course of preparation for this entire production, but today at the 11th hour, when some unfriendly last-minute technical difficulties very nearly caused some of us a coronary. So, and those of you who were here working know exactly what I mean by that, and others can ask your neighbors. Anyway, we really appreciate the fine and incredible amount of work done at the 11th hour so that we can bring you the production that I know you're going to enjoy this evening. I now present to you our director, who I know has some things that she would like to say to you, Mary Jane Davidson.
Good evening. We made it. I'd like to welcome you on behalf of Odyssey Music and Drama and the 100 and some students and parents who have been very, very busy at work for the last 3.5 months. I'm sure you will enjoy this evening's program. I know we had a great time last evening and we're ready and raring to go. I'd like to introduce you some key people, the behind-the-scene people as always. And before I do that, I'd like to just mention a few names that didn't get into the program for whatever reason, either as new youngsters that came on late or whose names we just didn't mean to miss, but we did. First of all, Michael O'Connor and Tim Van Houten, both of whom are working backstage as tech and also are in our Shriners scene later in Act 2. And two other young people, Eric Reinerson and Mary Beth Ward, whose names inadvertently were left off of the tech list. So I apologize to them and certainly want you to know that they were part of this whole thing. I'd like to introduce a person who's been very, very important to my time, my right-hand man, woman, person. And that's not only a parent, but a person that has really been extraordinarily professional and wonderful to work with. And that's Mrs. Patty Argeau, my coordinator, director, assistant, associate, whole business. Thank you. Along with Mrs. Yargeau, I had a wonderful opportunity, and I think Patty would agree with me, working with a student from Brockport as our choreographer this year, Miss Linda Palato. Thank you. And finally, our backstage and youngsters who work with us as student directors, with whom we really couldn't work either. And I'd like to list the 5 of them. My assistant was Jennifer Strauss. Andrea Birch worked with Mrs. Yargeau. And backstage, our production people were Mark Bellicoe, Melissa Schoenheit, and Bree McCauley. I'd like you to welcome them. Okay, and before we wrap up the show, just to remind you, there will be an intermission, about 20 minutes, and you're welcome to take a walk, stroll through our Sweet Apple Sweet Shop in the cafeteria, where we have some lovely chocolates from Encore Chocolates and some great little souvenirs and memorabilia, and give you little legs a stretch. So enjoy the show. Thank you for coming.
think of the disastrous effect this might have on the morale of the American teenager. No, I'm not trying to suggest that the boy doesn't want to go into the Army. It's just that, no, I'm not trying to. Well, it seemed to me that 2 weeks from today, at the induction center, he'll be there. Rosie, thank God you've come. This is the end of the Almalu Music Corporation. Conrad Birdie is going into the Army.
And your faithful secretary is hereby submitting her resignation.
Huh?
I just dropped in to say goodbye, Albert, darling. Lots of luck.
Rose, you can't do this to me. Oh, my pills. Where are my pills? The little white ones I take when I'm overwrought.
Here.
Not so much. Break it in half.
You're 33 years old, Albert. You can take a whole aspirin.
I am not 33. I'm a long way from 33. I won't be 33 till tomorrow.
It's no use, Albert. My mind's made up. I've been with Almalu for 8 years now, and as you well know, I've been a lot more than just a secretary to you.
Rose, those were moments of madness.
Well, between the moments of madness in the office, I put in a good 90-hour week. And for what? A $5 raise in 1954 and a bottle of Chanel last Christmas.
Promise her anything, but give her Chanel, Rosie.
Yeah, but not a 16th of an ounce. Besides, I want something more than that.
Rose, if you're referring to anything of a more permanent nature between you and me, I'm just not ready for it. Besides, there are religious differences.
Spanish is not a religion.
And if it's part of the company you're after, the answer's no to that too. Almalu is me, Mama, and Blue. And any change in that would kill that wonderful woman who bore me.
Nothing could kill your mother, Albert, except maybe a silver bullet.
And I won't drop Blue either. He loved you, Rose.
I loved Lou too. He was warm, he was loyal, he was lovable. But he died 6 years ago. And besides, he was a wire-haired terrier. Anyhow, I don't want part of the company. This is something much more important.
Rose, if you're going to discuss what I think you're going to discuss, I'm in no mood to discuss it.
There is nothing to discuss, Albert. Conrad Birdie is going into the Army. I've quit. There's nothing left you can do but give up the business, go back to college, and get...
Rosie, I'm up to my ears in debt. Conrad's got a $50,000 guarantee, which I can't pay. And I have just taken a severe overdose of aspirin.
Albert, this may be your last chance. Will you listen to me? I'm serious. His going in the Army is the best thing he could do. Now you're free to start to do what you want to do. Albert, Albert, Albert. I remember how you told me I should trust you for a year. It would just be for a year, but it's 8 years, Albert. 8 long years, Albert.
It takes time to build a business, Rosie.
It was only a sideline. That's what you said. You just needed some money. That's what you said. You were going to college and get ahead. Instead of being a music business bum, you were going to NYU and become
Rosie.
an English teacher.
Rosie.
And furthermore, he wrote poetry.
Rose, please.
And in the NYU yearbook for 1952, under Albert Peterson's favorite piece of literature, do you know what it says? War and Peace.
Rosie.
An English teacher, an English teacher, if only you and an English teacher. We'd have a little apartment in Queens. You'd get a summer vacation, and we would know what life means. A man who's done was goodbye, Geoffrey Chaucer. Hello, William Morris. Goodbye, NYU. Hello, L.A. Lucas. When you wrote Conrad's last hit, Ugga Bugga Boo, then I knew that was it. You were through with English forever. An English teacher is really someone. How proud I'd be if you had become one. It could have been such a wonderful life. I could have been Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Margarita Calla Peterson, the English teacher's
Rose, I'll make a deal with you. Stay with me. Help me get the money to pay Conrad Guarantee, and I promise, as soon as I'm out of the red, I'll dissolve the company and go back to the academic life.
Albert, you're on.
Of course, it may take a while, but I'm sure by 1973 or 74 at the latest, will. What's that?
Something that's gonna push that date up a few years. Pick a name.
Pick what name? What are you talking about?
I'll do it for you. McAfee. Kim McAfee. Age 15. President and Recording Secretary, Conrad Birdie Fan Club number 2748 of Sweet Apple, Ohio. Mary, would you give me Sweet Apple, Ohio? The number is capital 78820. Call me right back.
Now, wait a minute. What's going on here? Who's Kim whatever her name is?
Kim McAfee, Albert, is what's going to send you back to college with the biggest hit song this business has ever seen. It's called One Last Kiss.
I've never heard of it.
You haven't written it yet. But when you do, when that one last kiss is from Conrad Birdie, was going to the big, cold army for 2 long years, and when he gives that kiss to one of his fans chosen at random from 1,200,000 screaming, hysterical teenagers, it'll make Mr. Birdie the hottest soldier since Joan of Arc.
Rose, I'm beginning to see it. We cut the record here in New York.
Take that greasy bongo-playing ear thief to Sweet Apple.
Let him kiss the kid.
And release the record. You'll make enough money to stay in college the rest of your life.
Rose, it's wonderful. And I promise, as soon as this thing is over, it'll be just the 2 of us, in perfect bliss. I'll get a job teaching English in. Bliss. Kiss. That rhymes. I wonder if anyone's ever used it before. Oh, what difference does it make? It'll be perfect for the song. A one last kiss, it gives us so much bliss. What is your dentifrice? No, that's too clinical.
An English teacher, an English teacher, someday may be an English teacher. Yes? Well, every phone in Sweet Apple can't be busy. What's going on there? Kim McAfee just got pinned? To who? Well, keep trying and call me right back. It's going to be such a wonderful life. Then I might be Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Barbie Calla Peterson, the English teacher's wife.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Helen. What's the story? Morning glory. What's the tale? Nightingale. Tell me quick about your good Kim. Hi, Margie. Hi, Alice. What's the story? Morning glory. What's the word? Hummingbird. Have you heard about Hugo and Kim? Did they really get pinned? Did she kiss him and cry? Did he pin the pin on? Or was he too shy? Well, I heard they got pinned. I was looking for. I was looking at last week. Though I said he could go on a taste of me. Some target. And ice cream. Penelope. Did you about you? Penelope? I just do it somehow on the ground. I must pull it right out Saturday. I can't come to you now. Oh, it's Daddy. Oh, it's Daddy.
Ursula, but my mind's made up. Of course, I'll still play his records, but things like The Pledge and the Conrad Birdie Scream are past me now.
You're giving up the scream? You mean when Conrad Birdie sings on television, you're not gonna go, ah!
I've got some calls to make. All right, Mother. Sorry, Ursula, I've got to hang up. You'll explain everything to the other kids, won't you?
I suppose I'll have to. Bye, Kim. Kim, are you sure? I mean, after all, really, Kim, are you absolutely sure?
Positive. After all, I'm 15 years old. It's time I settled down. When you're a skinny child of 14, wired with braces for me to wear, you doubt that you will ever be appealing. Then hallelujah, you are 15, and the braces disappear, and your skin is smooth and clear, and you have that happy grown-up female feeling. How lovely to be a woman, a wages well worth while. How lovely to wear mascara and smile a woman's smile. How lovely to have a figure that's round instead of flat. Whenever hair boys whistle, you're what they're whistling at. How wonderful to feel the way a woman feels. It gives you such a glow just to know you're wearing lipstick and heels. How lovely to be a woman and have one job to do, to pick out a boy and train him, and then when you are through, you made him the man you want him to be. Life's lovely when you're a woman like me. How wonderful to know the things a woman knows. How marvelous to wait for a date in simply beautiful clothes. How lovely to be a woman and change from boys to men, to go to a fancy nightclub and stay out after 10. Life's lovely when you're so grown up and free. Life's lovely when you're a woman like me. Kim, there's a call for you. The operator says she's been trying to get through for nearly 3/4 of an hour. Thank you, Doris. I'll take it down there. She said it was long distance, and I can't imagine who. What did you say? I said, thank you, Doris. There's no need to look upset. It's modern to call your mother by her first name. It makes mother and daughter more like friends. And your father? I'll call him Harry, naturally. This is she. Yes, I'll wait. I don't know, yesterday I was a mother, today I'm a pal. Wouldn't you like to call me Mom? That's modern. I'm sorry, but times are changing, and you've got to go along with them, or you'll be left behind with the old folks. By the way, Harry, do you have a cigarette? I see you're gonna run out. Oh, my baby!
No smoking, young lady. And I am not an old man. I was 18 in World War II.
Conrad Birdie is coming here to kiss me. Doris? Mother? Mommy! Mommy! Baby, what is it? What's wrong? Conrad Birdie! He's coming here to kiss me! That's nice, you know. Just try to calm down and tell Mommy what's the matter. But you don't understand. Conrad Birdie's coming to Sweden to kiss me goodbye. Oh, Mommy, Mommy! I never thought I'd say this, but God bless.
Hi, girls. Sorry I'm late. Now let's go over the Birdie song once more before we go down to the train.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad.
Little girl, you can sing with us if you want. What's the matter with her?
She just said because Conrad's going into the army, and he'll be too old for her when he gets out.
You girls go down to the train and I'll talk to her. And stay out of trouble. Hi, I'm Al Peterson, Conrad's manager. Come on, that's the way to be. Things can't be that black. Smile. Little girl, this is an adult speaking, and I order you to smile. Please. Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. Look so good that you'll be left and excited to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble chin. Wipe off that full of doubt look. Slap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. And if you're feeling cross and bickerish, don't sit and whine. Think of banana splits and licorice, and you'll feel fine. I knew a girl so gloomy, she'd never laugh or sing. She wouldn't listen to me, now she's a mean old thing. So spread sunshine all over the place, just put on a happy face. You girls better hurry down to the train if you want to see Conrad before he goes. Young man, could you get that stuff down to track 12 on the double? Oh, Rosie, what are you doing?
Getting your things down to the station without any help from you, Albert.
I'm sorry, Rose. I don't suppose a generous tip would help make things up.
Just take the briefcase, get down to that train before any of those reporters talk to Conrad alone. You know what happened the last time.
You wait here. You hang on to it. I've got to wait here for Mama.
Speaking of your mother, Albert, have you talked to her yet about dissolving El Melu?
I couldn't, Rosie. Yesterday was the anniversary.
Of what?
Lou. 6 years ago, he was hit on 181st Street in Broadway by a loaded beer truck. suppose that's Mama?
It's either her or the all clear.
Yoo-hoo!
Sonny!
Mama! Mama, what's the matter?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just a little faint from the subway, that's all.
Mama, I told you to take a taxi.
Taxi? What do I need with taxis? I'll leave the taxis for my successful son. A mother can ride crowded in a dirty subway full of foreign people, wouldn't give you a seat if your life depended on it. But what's the difference? Nowadays, a mother's lower than dirt anyway. Here's the money I saved from not taking a taxi. Buy some candy with it. Who's she?
Mama, you know Rose Alvarez from The Office?
This is Rose Alvarez? Pretty little Rose Alvarez? I can't believe it. Rose, what happened? You had a sudden shock or something?
Excuse me, Albert. I'm going to go see if Conrad's here.
By all means, Miss Alvarez. Look at her, Sonny. How nice she looks. It's a wonder to me some older man doesn't snatch her off. A personable matron like that with brains and a few dollars. What a catch you'd be for a convalescent. Goodbye, Rose.
Goodbye, May.
Call me Mrs. Peterson.
Mama, what I wanted to talk to you about actually involves Rose. Maybe you better brace yourself.
Why? I know my Sonny. He loves his mama. He isn't going to say anything that'd break her heart. Go ahead, dear. What about Rose?
Well, it's about Lou, too.
Lou? Where are you, Lou? Struck down by a beverage I consumed faithfully for 32 years. What about Lou?
Well, Mama, Rose thinks, and I agree, that maybe I should just give up LA Lou. What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. You killed me, that's all. Lou, I'm coming. I'm on my way up.
Don't understand, Mama. It's just that Rose thought, forget it. Look, here's some money. Take a taxi home. The subways are too crowded.
Nothing is too crowded for a mother. I'll take the IRT, that's the worst subway. I'll go during rush hour, that's the worst time. Wait a minute, how many blocks is it after all? Only 107, I'll walk.
Mama.
Enjoy yourself, son. Take care. Wear your heavy coat. Be careful crossing the street. Keep your money in your inside pocket. Wear your rubbers and eat a hot lunch.
Albert, I thought you were going to break it to her gently.
Well, as a matter of fact, Rosie, I didn't tell her at all. I mean, she was so upset about my leaving that I thought I'd better wait.
He's coming, he's coming!
Come on, Rosie, Conrad's coming, and we can't let him talk to those reporters alone.
But Albert, you promised me.
Later, Rosie, Conrad, later.
Hey, how about I ask you a couple of questions, Conrad? How do you feel like going into the army?
How does he feel? If you ask how he feels, he's much too shy to tell you, so I'll tell you how he feels. Brave and eager, strangely humble, proud to be a plenty young.
He will gladly face those bullets, for he's not afraid to die.
And that's why he volunteered.
Volunteer, I thought he was drafted. And didn't he appeal 3 times?
Think.
We love you, Conrad. Yes, we do. We love you,
first words when he heard he's been accepted into the armed forces. Say, Mr. Peterson, he cried eagerly, do you suppose I can get assigned to one of those frontline trenches? That way I shouldn't get my hands on one of those dirty cherries.
Albert!
Or whoever it is that's dirty this time.
Say, Mr. Peterson, how about giving us the real scoop? Is Conrad still drinking a lot?
Now listen here, that gossip must stop. He goes to church each Sunday and he doesn't touch a drop.
He's as decent as a minister. He's as soul as a judge. He subscribes to every charity, and his hobby's making fudge.
Mr. Peterson, is it true you found Conrad at reform school?
That is a lie, a lie through and through. I'll tell you where he came from, here's the story, and it's true.
He was born in Indochina, son of missionaries there.
On 1,000 acre farm,
Very poor and very hungry,
planters,
like to pay.
and child.
When he drifted down,
Reading by the river,
waterfront saloon.
in the moonlight neighborhood.
That is where I heard him sing.
That's where Conrad started singing.
That dirty hot
That old plantation moon.
Conrad, Birdie, welcome to Sweet Apple. And now before we escort you to the town hall, where the mayor himself is waiting, I would now like to introduce you to the girl whom you have chosen to bestow your final kiss upon, and who will now lead us in reciting the Conrad Birdie Pledge. Kim McAfee! I, Kim McAfee, being a sound-minded body, do hereby promise to be loyal, courteous, steadfast, and true to Conrad Birdie and the United States of America, both indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Birdie's a fine of seven,
Rose, you stay here. I'm gonna go with Conrad.
But Albert, they need to go.
Rose, I've got to make Conrad's speech for him. You get the bags, stack them, and bring them to the house. If I see a taxi, I'll send it back. For he's a fine upstanding.
Could I talk to you for a minute?
Right right now. I mean, couldn't it wait? I'm in an awful hurry.
I don't think so, Kim. It's important.
Hugo Peabody, what's so important you have to talk to her right now?
What's so important? I'll tell you what's so important. The day after I give her my pin, she goes on kissing someone else. That's what's so important. I want you to know I'm quite upset about this. I've already had several headaches and a nosebleed.
Why, Hugo, I believe you're actually jealous of Conrad Birdie.
Me? Jealous? I'm the opposite of jealous. I'm very jealous. I have every right to be. Kim's my steady.
Well, that's just it, Hugo. I'm your steady. Oh, I may admire Conrad Birdie as one admires a far distant and unattainable ideal. But I'm pinned to you, Hugo, and I don't care how common and ordinary you are. That's where I'm going to stay.
You're not just saying that to make me feel better?
I mean every word of it. Conrad Birdie is just a fling. A steady is forever.
And you heard her, lady. That boy is me.
mind thinking of me. My speech. Where is it?
In the briefcase.
Good. Bring it along. The mayor's almost finished talking. Come on.
That's the way it should be.
I'll go to the courthouse. We'll make sure we have a wedding in New York.
Come on, Alice. Conrad's over here. Fred, did you bring the Conrad Birdie survival kit? Over here. Okay, you got the autograph book? Check. Okay, and the camera? Check. And the binoculars? Check. Thanks. Let's go. Mother, I'm going to take you back home now. It's too crowded here. You have to drag me by the hair.
Phyllis, you know the doctor told you not to go out in crowds.
Shut up. Give me my crutch.
And so, it is with great pride and prejudice, as well as usual pomp and circumstance, that I welcome you to our fair city and present you with this 14-karat solid gold key, so generously donated by the man at the Sweet Apple Brassworks Company. And as I present this key to you, Conrad Birdie. What happened? All I said was Conrad Birdie. You girls don't stop! I can't finish my speech!
Who cares about your speech? We want to hear from Conrad. Speak to us, that beautiful one. Tell us how you make that glorious sound, and even now, in anticipation of it, introduce me to a raging, snarling, panting jungle beast.
You gotta be sincere.
I know, what's the matter?
You gotta be sincere.
Mr. Birdie, what are you doing?
You gotta feel it here. 'Cause if you feel it here, well then you're gonna be honestly sincere. If what you feel is true, really feel it you, make them feel it too. Write this down and you gotta be sincere, honestly sincere. Man, you gotta be sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, then it's gotta be right. Oh, baby. Suffer. In everything I do, my sincerity shows through. I just look you in the eye, don't even have to try. It's automatic. I'm sincere. When I sing about a tree, man, I really feel that. When I sing about a girl, I really feel that girl. I mean, I really feel sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you're really here, then it's gotta be right. Oh, baby. you gonna be sincere? Are you gonna be sincere? Oh, my baby, oh yeah. Oh, my baby, oh yeah. Are you gonna be sincere? Are you gonna be sincere? Oh, my baby, oh yeah. Oh, my baby, oh yeah. Oh, my baby, oh yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Harvey! Harvey, where are you? Harvey! Somebody come help me with the mayor's wife!
But there's a lady with legs over there, laying in the gutter.
Ah, she's mine. Just leave her there. I'll get her later.
Look, I have a lock of hair. I wanted it his.
No, it isn't. It's mine. Give it back.
I'm tired, Ursula. We've been here all night. We promised we'd sing the Birdie song 10,000 times, didn't we? Well, we've got 5,276 to go. So sing. We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you,
Danny, I wish you'd hurry. I want to have all this mess cleared away before Conrad comes down.
This mess, as you call it, Kim, happens to be my breakfast, and I intend enjoying it.
Your father has a right to enjoy his eggs, Kim. But I'm sure he won't mind if we just quietly start clearing away some of these other things. I know the house has been a bit hectic this morning, but Kim's gotten into a lot of trouble to fix a special breakfast for Mr. Birdie, and I want to make sure everything's ready and waiting for him when he comes downstairs. After all, he is a national figure, and I want to show these New York people we know how to treat a national figure here in Sweet Apple. Of course, it doesn't mean that much to me personally, but for Kim's sake, there we are, all done. Did you enjoy it, dear? Good. Now, if you just hurry along.
Doris, I'm not budging from this spot till I get my coffee, smoke a cigarette, and read my paper.
I'm sorry, dear. I didn't have time to make you your coffee this morning. How about a nice warm 7-Up?
Here's the paper. Hope you don't mind it cut out a few stories about Conrad.
I have tried to run this house on a democratic basis. I've extended the privilege of self-determination to both the woman I have married and the children I have sired. The vote has been denied no one for reasons of age, sex, or political affiliations.
There has been no taxation without representation, and open covenants have been openly arrived at. Last night, I gave up my room to a guest who repeatedly referred to me as fats. Telephone calls were made on my phone to New York, Chicago, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Hong Kong. I slept in a camp cot with my feet in the fireplace and my head in an ashtray. Outside my window, a group of harpies shrieked, "We love you, Conrad!" 4,723 times! And I have just lost my breakfast. Gentlemen, the democracy is over! Parliament has been dissolved, the Magna Carta is revoked, and Nero is back in town. And you don't offer an emperor a warm 7-Up.
Oh, Mr. McAfee, I hope you won't mind staying off the phone for a while. We're expecting a long-distance call from New York.
Perfectly all right. I'll just go out and burn Rome.
Mother, what's wrong with Daddy?
Nothing, dear. He's just a little excited about Conrad's being here, that's all.
He's coming, he's coming.
He's coming. I'll get the ice. Mother, you call the kids. Girls, you better hurry if you want to watch him eat.
Here we are, Cam. I'm sorry, Doris. I just had some too. Here he is.
Hiya, Fats.
Now look here, Doris, about that boy.
Please, sir, he's just shy.
Well, yes.
After all, Kim is only 15, and I don't want
Please,
to...
Daddy, not in front of everybody.
First select, Dr. Sue. We better go.
I don't care who's here. No ill-mannered loud is going to... You shut up.
You have no right to say that. Conrad is our guest and...
This is my house, and until you're 18, I said shut up. Until you're 18. Will you leave me alone?
Mr. and Mrs. McAfee, Kim, Randolph, is this the way you want 75 million Americans to see you?
What are you talking about?
You're all going to be on television with Conrad.
On television?
I just got the confirmation from New York, from Ed Sullivan himself.
We're going to be on the Sullivan Show. The Ed Sullivan Show.
That's right. They're going to cut in this Sunday night at 8:05 on Sweet Apple. That's why I beg you to put aside all your petty differences. To that great audience out there, hear an American dream come true. And for the free world's sake, Mr. McAfee, don't destroy that dream.
Me? On the Ed Sullivan Show? Ed Sullivan. Me, Harry McAfee, appearing with Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan.
Sullivan.
great, Rose. Now, there's something I wanted to talk
Of
to you
course,
about.
it's been used as a movie house for the last 30 years, but I think it'll be just fine for the TV show.
Rose, it will be swell. Now, there's something I wanted to talk to you about that...
Now, they're shipping down the cameras and the lights today. Whatever costumes we need, we can...
Rose, I'm sure everything will be perfect. Now, if you forget about the Sullivan Show for just 1 minute, there's something very important I wanted to talk to you about. It's about you and I, Rose.
You and me, English teacher.
Rose, I'm serious. I just wanted to let you know that I wrote Mama and told her that no matter what happened, I'm giving up Alma and Lou.
Albert, you didn't!
I did, Rose. I wrote her the day we left, which leaves her 3 days and 3 nights for her to get in touch with me. And so far, not a word. If you ask me, she's accepted the whole thing by now.
3 days and 3 nights on a tramways bus. But what's the difference? I'm only a mother, and for a mother, a tramways bus is good enough.
Mama, what are you doing here?
Did you think I wouldn't come? A woman gets a letter obviously written under the influence of drugs, and she should stay at home. Pay no attention. It's only a mother's tears. Him. Dear Mama, this is to let you know that El Lou is dissolved. Your friend, Albert. El Lou is dissolved? Dissolved me? What am I anyway? A sick old woman probably won't last the night. I just want a simple stone with 1 word carved on it. Albert's mother. And don't hire a limousine to get me to the final resting place. I'll walk.
Mama.
And tell that Spanish friend of yours I forgive her. She knoweth not what she hath done it.
Mama, Rose is right here.
This is Rose. She looks like Margot when they took her out of Shangri-La. For her own sake, Sonny, send her back to Tibet. Oh, and don't worry about a secretary. It just so happens I met on the bus a perfect secretary. A wonderful, refined woman on her way to Akron, only I persuaded her to get off here. Sonny, say hello to Gloria Whoopaching Rasputin.
Hi, Al. Hey, you're cute.
Mama, I don't need a secretary. I've got Rosie.
What does Rose need a job for? In a couple of years, she'll be getting Social Security.
Well, listen, I don't just type.
You do other things?
I tap dance. I figured I'd help you with the secretary stuff, and you could help me get into show business. Here, hold this, honey. May, can you whistle Swanee River?
It's my favorite selection.
Get a load of this, Al.
Bravo! Bravo!
Well, do I get the job?
I don't know. You certainly do have wonderful qualifications. It's just that I'm used to working with Miss Alvarez. However, as you say, Mama, we are faced with a certain amount of extra work, and do you have to stay down there?
For a few minutes. May, give me a hand, will you? Al, you push me aside. Easy now.
Sonny, for the movies, they can always cut away while they jack her up. Why don't you take Gloria somewhere and see how fast she types?
Well, I do have all those releases to get out, and Gloria could do them. Unless it makes any difference to you, Rosie.
Why would it make any difference to me?
Atta girl, Rosie. You keep working here, and I'll go along with Miss Rasputin.
I'll get you a typewriter.
Do you use the touch system?
Whenever possible. I could kill him. I could just kill him.
Excuse me, Miss Alvarez. I'm looking for Kim McAfee. I just want to tell her she is not kissing Conrad Birdie on the Ed Sullivan Show tonight, because if she does, I'll... Miss Alvarez, is there anything wrong? Miss Alvarez, is there anything I can do for you, Miss Alvarez?
Yes, Hugo. I think you can.
everyone. Kiss, oh give me one last kiss. It never felt like this, no, never felt like this. And I need your love, oh, oh, oh. Give me one last kiss. Oh, one more time, oh baby, one more time. It really is sublime, oh honey, it's so sublime. You know I need your love, oh, oh, oh. Give me one last kiss. Last kiss, oh give me one last kiss. It never felt like this, no, never felt like this. And now I need your love, oh, oh, oh. Give me one last kiss, oh one last kiss, oh give me one last kiss. It never felt like this, no, never felt like this. And now I need your love, oh, oh, oh. Give me one last kiss. Oh, one more time, oh baby, one more time. It really is so time, oh honey, it's so sublime. You know I need your love, oh, oh, oh. Give me one last kiss. Give me one last kiss. Brace yourself, chick.
Brace yourself, Conrad Birdie. He deserved it. He was a thief of love.
You moved me, Birdie! I never want to speak to you again!
Kim!
Where do you go? Who let that kid in here?
I didn't, Albert.
Rosie?
Sort of a farewell present to you, Miss Rasputin. Word in good health.
Rosie, you can't leave me here alone.
You're not alone, Albert. You're on television.
For he's a fine, upstanding, patriotic